win, because we're not looking at Indiana as a team that they're better than us. But they had 9 guys in double
No,
figures. I mean, maybe we're all lumped together, us, Orlando, New York. But in my eyes, with the team we have, this is a game we should win. Most
yeah,
definitely.
you know what I thought killed us too was Collison and Oladipo were both very good, and they got whatever they wanted. It felt like Oladipo in the first half, he got in foul trouble. He took over the game, early in the game, and Collison 9 for 12, in the game. That's something we have to improve. Our point guards cannot get chewed up like that, and they have a small point guardish lineup as well. So that's something we have to improve. Their starters all were in double figures.
Yeah,
Bogdanovich was the low man with 14. So lots to clean up.
most definitely. Next time we face the Pacers is Valentine's Day. So looking forward to that. I mean, what'd you see from anyone else that really, interest you? Anything else before we kind of...
Yeah, well, just to give him a little love, I think Crab looked better than his stats were kind of I felt like he should have played more. I felt like he wasn't involved in a lot of the offense, but when he got the ball, quick release, you could tell he's going to hit a lot of big shots, a lot of open shots. The more he gets the ball in transition, but the turning point of the game, we're down 4. He's got to grab that rebound. I don't know if you know the play I'm talking about. He goes up, and it just slips through his fingers. Turner gets the ball, and we were never that close again. So, he's someone I wanted to highlight.
Indiana ended up scoring 36 points in the second quarter. Crazy. I mean, they were up 10 in the fourth quarter when Jeremy Lin attacked and went down. Again, everything I'm seeing is not looking good. Woj Brooklyn's Jeremy Lin will undergo evaluation of right knee in New York Thursday. League sources tell ESPN tremendous concern on injury. So you could put a bow
Yeah,
on that. You probably know where that's
yeah.
going. Damn.
Well, what put fear in my heart when I saw that injury was when he whispered, "I'm done." You obviously don't know if he means I'm done for the game or I'm done for the season, but no one will know their
Yeah, I
body
saw that. I mean,
besides
his reaction
the
changed
player.
because he was looking at it, then he just kind of turned, and then he almost looked like he was ready to cry. I just kind
I
of was
think I
like,
think he
oh,
I
here
think he
we
was
go.
crying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's tough. So, 0-1, and we can start to look ahead to Friday, home opener. Nets Nation hopefully will be out in force in the Barclays as we look to take on the who do we have Friday? Orlando?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, so let's kind of play this out now. So Lynn's down. I mean, you would assume that Crab goes into the lineup and plays the 2? Or are you putting LeVert in there and keeping Crab coming off the bench?
No, I would want Crab in that lineup. We didn't talk about LeVert, but he's a freak. I mean, he takes these long strides. He's a very athletic 2 guard. But I would definitely go with Crab at the 2.
Damn, it's just upsetting to see this opening night. Hard fought game. Didn't win. We could talk about the numbers all day long, but to have one of your catalysts go down and you're just kind of waiting because you just know now. It's the Brooklyn Nets. We know how this is going to turn out. He's missing games. Hopefully X-rays come back negative and it's just a bruised knee, but it's not sounding like that. But yeah, LeVert, I mean, he's really coming along. Watching him, he's so fast. He's so long. He just moves with like a stallion type running the Kentucky Derby. I mean, it's really crazy.
He put on some muscle, which I think is going to help his game.
So did Hollis Jefferson.
I
He
would like
looks
to,
bigger. And Trevor Booker looks
yeah,
smaller. He definitely lost some weight.
which I'm sure is probably good for for the position he's going to play, because he's going to be our. I mean, Mozgov only played 14 minutes, and Booker was balling, like we said. But if he's going to be playing that 5, he's going to be getting beat up down there. So I'm sure he's in the best shape he's probably ever been.
Yeah. So I just went to Nets Daily, and I clicked on to read the article by Pooch, and I go down to the comments, because you know how much we love our Nets Daily comments. And do you know what the first comment is?
We're fucked.
No, we battled.
Oh man.
Say it, Danny.
Well, first, for our listeners,
oh, you're bailing on me.
No, I'm not bailing. I'm gonna give it to you. Avery Johnson, we battled. We gave the ball to Darren, and we battled.
I thought that's classic. Hashtag we battled. New BKNN Nation hashtag. Second comment, I love AC. Crazy. But I figured I'd go check some of the comments, because, I was reading some of them for the in-game thread, and they're just screaming, throw in Jarrett Allen. Like, he's going to be the defensive savior we're looking for at 19 years old.
Yeah, he's going to be the backup quarterback, and everyone's always calling for the backup quarterback. And the less he plays, the more people are going to crave for him to play. I don't know if he would have made much of a difference, but Harris didn't play, which is surprising.
Yeah, well, you figure first 5-10 games, he's going to tinker around with the rotation, see what works. I mean, offensively, this worked.
Yeah.
Offensively, this worked. Wasn't too happy with Dinwiddie, but I think now he's going to have a stepped-up role, if indeed all the fears for Lin are true.
Well, let me ask you a question. What kind of changes would you make? Because you didn't really answer it. You asked me. Now that Lin is gone, would you just increase minutes for? He only played 30 minutes. Would you increase minutes for Russell? Obviously, LeVert.
I would put Crabbe in the starting lineup, and I would definitely focus him offensively. But they got to get back into practice and something defensively. Something. I mean, they got to rotate. They got to close out on shooters. They didn't do any of that tonight.
No,
if they're preaching defense, and the part of the Brooklyn Nets culture, so to speak, is to preach defense, well, they're not getting it. And to me, it doesn't matter who you put in the lineup. Hollis Jefferson maybe is our best defender. Like you said, I mean, Oladipo and Collinson, they got what they wanted tonight. We can't have that. But no. I would put Crabbe in. I would increase minutes for LeVert and, not that I think Jarrett Allen is the savior, but put him in. See what he can do around the rim. At least be a rim protector, if nothing else, if he can, if he's ready for that.
Maybe with the matchup.
Well, you think their style of play is just too strong for us? That's what it looked like.
I think for him, for Allen, I think Miles Turner is just too big and strong for him. So I would think that maybe that was a move that Atkinson didn't want to make, and maybe he gets some more playing time against the Magic, seeing as they're not as big and strong down low as Turner was for the Pacers. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of, because I would think you're getting run out of the building in different parts of the game. You try to go to a spark, especially defensively. We weren't playing any defense, so maybe you get a big shot block. I'll be interested to see what his reasoning was for not playing Allen at all.
Yeah, I don't think Kenny Atkinson had his post-game press conference. I'm waiting for it to come up, and we could definitely talk about that and whatnot. So we have Orlando on Friday night. Aaron Gordon takes the next step to becoming an all-star. I mean, preseason he had 18.4 points per game, 7 rebounds. Is he ready to take that next step forward? Elfrid Payton?
I'm a big Gordon fan. I think he's going to be very good. I've always
Do you see him like a Blake Griffin, or?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of watching him and seeing some of the highlights, I see him turning into a Blake Griffin type.
I think our backcourt, I think we should do a better job of containing their backcourt. But again, we're just so thin down low. And I get that's part of the plan. They're trying to develop these young guards. We have too many. I'm sure Marks has a plan, but every series you look, you see, man, it's just a mismatch down low. So at some point, that's something we have to address or come up with something schematically where we can improve in that department.
Would a zone defense work against protecting the bigs, or is that just not applicable in the NBA of today?
Well, I mean, just everyone can shoot. So, when you play the zone, you're protecting down low and you're opening up, the outside shot, but everybody can hit their shot, I mean, the Pacers didn't shoot too well from three, but most of their guys could shoot, So I guess that's the fear of going in that department. It could have been worth a try. Carlisle plays a lot of zone defense, and he's had some success with it. So, it's something I'm sure we'll look into, but we got to do something.
They have to close out and whatnot. I mean, but I had just feeling like a lot of episodes we do and a lot of the games we talk about, this is going to be a common theme. And I don't want to beat a dead horse, but you look forward. I mean, Vucevic, he's a double-double machine. He's third in Orlando history. He has 214 double-doubles with 10 or more rebounds. So, we're staring at another big that, if they go through him, could have a field day with us Friday night.
Look for that to be, a reality. Now, the only thing I could think, to offset that is we did well offensively, so hopefully we can keep that going. And you kind of hope that just with the effort, if you're getting beat up down low and you're not closing out and you're giving up a lot of second chance, I mean, you're just adding too many variables that are going to hurt you. So we have to improve at least on the closing out. And if you're not going to close out, you have to switch. Everybody has to be moving. When they move the ball, they found the open shooter, and probably believe that shot going in just spiked. So those are things that they have to improve. I would almost let him get his down low, and then just hope offensively you execute like you did tonight.
This game could have been a lot worse score-wise in favor of Indiana. I mean, they were 9 of 34 from three, and a lot of them were wide-open threes. If they hit their wide-open shots, they could have scored $160 on us. Could have been bad. At least get a hand in their face and whatnot. But be that as it may, I mean, overall, we know what to expect coming into this season.
Yeah.
And you would have liked to seen a better defensive performance, especially since that's all they talk about, in especially even the pregame show and when they sat down with Kenny. He's preaching defense. He's challenging them defensively, and well, they weren't sipping the Kool-Aid tonight. So we'll see what happens on Friday. Still waiting on word on Jeremy Lin, waiting on Kenny Atkinson's post-game press conference to see what he has to say about Lin. Got to get that first win, man. I know it's early, but you know how these things can spiral out of control when you're talking about losses. Now they're going to be down if something is serious with Lin, and we can see how fast. We talked about the need to start quick because our schedule's favorable, and lose this game in this fashion with the lack of defense, and then your team leader looks like he might be down and out for a while. So
exactly. I mean, my main focus is the culture, and now you lose Lin, who, we went off yesterday about how great he is in the clubhouse, and, you start to lose games. That's my fear. I would like to be a team that's at that 500 mark, most of the season. And if we let a few get away, but, we're going to have to, the quicker you get that one out the way, the better off you are of avoiding letting it go to 6 games, 7 games, 8 games. Next thing you know, season's over in November, and then that's it. Then you start hearing about how this guy doesn't like that guy, and this guy doesn't like the coach, and
Yeah,
you
I
start
don't know.
hearing